What up, y'all? It's your boy Statik G, president of Rhyme Sick. We out here rocking in Ocala, Florida, and we're here with Kendall Talks TV.
What's up, guys? It's your host, Kendall Tuckerman with Kendall Talks TV. Today we got a special guest in the house. We got Statik G. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. It's good to have you on the show, bro.
Of course, it's good to be here.
So, you're on tour right now with Haystack.
Yep.
So, how's the tour been going?
Tour's been great. We've actually done a lot of sellout shows. Fans throwing their hands up, singing along to the songs, excited to see us, and you know, it's really good for a lot of people that have been fans of Stack for 20 years that never got to see him, and then come see some new artists and see what we're doing with Rhyme Sick, and just kind of get out there and just have an amazing experience. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got a dope lineup, man. The label, everything you put together, bro. It's
Absolutely.
impressive.
Thank you.
It's impressive. Yeah, man. So, let the people know, what was it like growing up for Statik G? Just a brief description.
Shit, man. I mean, the best way to describe it in one word is broke. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what inspired the hustler mentality that I have, that I'm not gonna go hungry mentality, is because I've been hungry and it sucks. So when I was growing up, I had free lunches and we didn't really eat a lot on the weekends, you know what I'm saying? So I used to just eat as much as I could. I'd jack pizzas, you know what I'm saying? I ended up, you know, after you grow up from kid to like teenager, you start to realize you can kind of pull some moves, and I started linking up with, you know, undesirables and just kind of doing my thing. And I got to the point I had to choose the life I was in, which was just basically crazy shit, dumb shit, about to put me in prison type shit, or put my all in music. And even when I did that, I was selling weed, and I was basically working 9 to 5s plus doing my dumb shit plus selling the weed, trying to make my money, make sure I could pay my bills, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And after I did that long enough, it got to the point, I was raised in Wyoming, and the state of Wyoming told me, you're basically a menace to society, and we need you to either start going through the programs and maybe go to prison and come back and then work on it, or you need to get the fuck out of the state. Am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
So I chose the best route, which was Colorado's right next to us. They're about to legalize weed. That's part of my issue, is I get in trouble for a bunch of shit like that too. So I was like, cool, I'll go there. I set up shop, and I won't get too much into all the logistics and all that, but I ended up making a name for myself, doing really well on that, and got to the point where I chose the same decision. I was like, I either have to sell weed and develop a business with that and figure out how to maybe legalize it for my stuff, what I'm doing, or I have to do full-time music, and I can't keep trying to do both and just getting by. So I decided if I jump into music, I have to be able to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to pay my bills. I ended up, I did some tours as a younger artist, and just to get around the nation, kind of experience it. And as I was there, I picked up a few things, really started to develop ideas and understanding of how routing and touring works and what it takes to get there. And I took it from there and basically started building tours, my own tours. So headlined one tour or 2 tours of my own, and then linked up with Lil White, and I did a tour with him. We did a good national run. We did, shortly after that, Project Pat hit us up and was like, yo, what's up? And then before you know it, Do or Die, Crooked Eye, Afro Man, all ready to rock. And then Haystack ended up hitting one of his people hit up me asking if I wanted to book a show, and I was like, no, man, I don't really do that. I book tours. I'll put them on a tour. Let's get it. And they were like, okay, let's get it. And
that's what's up.
Ended up going down to it to where he was like, yo, man, let's actually do some merchandise and all this extra stuff. And I was like, man, that's a lot of work. So if I'm doing that, we got to be on the same team, because I got to know that we're going the same direction, and I'm not just going to be stuck with a bunch of merch or expenses or all that. So we made a deal. Before you knew it, Haystack joined Rhyme Sick. I was on another label building Rhyme Sick, on this label LSP. It's a horrorcore underground label, which was cool because they're making moves, but I also didn't really fit in the horrorcore scene. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my style. Even when I made the music on that label, it was never that. You know? So for me, I just made the conscious decision to step away from that with respect. I could finish my contract. You know what I'm saying? I did everything I was supposed to do. And Haystack jumped into Rhyme Sick. I jumped into Rhyme Sick. We already had established artists that we were working with. Shortly after that, we signed Big V, and I basically been from Nappy Roots, and I've basically been touring since like 2017, like nonstop, just like pretty much once a month almost.
So you're a natural hustler.
Naturally, I have to. Like I said, I gotta eat. My family's gotta eat. I just had a baby, so I'm like,
congrats, man.
Thank you.
I got my wife is due with our first in August.
Really?
Yeah,
congratulations.
girl, so yeah, man, we're excited.
That's dope.
So who was there somebody in particular that you looked up to in the music industry growing up?
Man, you know, like I don't like just hip hop. I like all music from all ages.
Yeah.
So like I'm kind of inspired by just people that go against the grain. I liked how like like Elvis and the Beatles, and I like how rock was like the bad thing for a while, and now it's like you hear it in Target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I liked the Juggalo music. I liked because like Twisted and ICP, they were like the modern day hippies. They're like Grateful Dead. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Grateful Dead. And then of course I'm a big Eminem fan, which contradicts with my Juggalo shit, and like even with Haystack and everything. Like I've always just been about enjoying music and enjoying pioneers. Strange music, Tech Nine, just that kind of stuff. The underground culture for me as an artist is where I embraced, but I really like Tech Nine, like the NWA, and all like Ice Cube, Eazy-E, all the cats that were doing that, Dr. Dre, and just people that speak up. Like I don't like people that just kind of follow trends. I like people that go against them and create them. You know what I'm saying? So that's good, kind of what inspires me.
So you were in love with music all your life? I mean,
absolutely.
Since a little kid?
Anything that touches my soul, you know what I'm saying? And I started feeling like new music was starting to detach from what I thought was music. So that's where Rhymesick came in. It's like we developed this idea that you can create good music, you know what I'm saying? And we can put out good music, and just because everybody else is kind of like on this downward thing, they don't really know where they fit no more, we can come in, do our thing, and maybe they'll either fit in with us or they'll see what we're doing or somebody else.
That's good, man. Your own lane.
Exactly.
That's good, man.
Paving the way.
So, you wear a lot of different hats.
Yep.
I mean, I seen on your IG, you're a label owner, a manager, a booking agent, an artist, and more.
Yeah.
What's the secret to juggling so many hats but still finding time to work on your own craft?
You just kind of got to be psychotic. Really, I mean, my thing is like I love video games. I love leveling up. You know what I'm saying? I love goals and routines and just kind of getting into it and just becoming the best you can be. And for me, booking and management and running a label, that all came with being an artist, because as an artist, I didn't have many people that were in the game. Like we all did it ourselves. So we didn't have a lot of people in the game already ready to take us there. We had to create it. And a lot of times I didn't know anybody capable of handling my career right. So I was like, I took it into my own hands, and I was like, you know what? I guess I better figure out how to book shows. So I became a promoter, you know what I'm saying? And once I did that, I started figuring, well, what if I book them in multiple cities, So I booked them, and then I did shows in like South Carolina, Tucson, Arizona, all over the place, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, etc., Texas, and did my own shows. And then people started seeing what I was doing, wanted to work with me, so they hit me up, and then I'm hitting up other people, and before you know it, I'm a booking agent. You know what I'm saying? So I became a promoter, and now I'm a booking agent, and then I'm like, well, shit, I have to get on the road. I don't really know anybody that can do this or that can get away from their life and their job and their family and their kids. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
So it seems like you like the challenge.
I do like a challenge, and honestly, the more hats you wear, the more money you make. So it's like, for me, it's like, if I could do this and this and that, I don't have to worry about if I'm only making a little bit. I don't have to buy onto a tour. I run the tour. I get my money. Everybody gets their money, and everybody's happy. And at the end of the day, I can make sure that it's a good show. And one thing about Rhymesick is we're about quality control. We want to be the best experience you can have, even if it's 20 people, 2,000 people, a bar, a stadium. Like, we're always about giving the fans the best experience they can have.
That's awesome. Yeah. So this might be a hard question for you, but if you had to pick one hat to wear, out of everything you do, everything you're part of, if you had to pick one hat to wear, what would it be?
Artist.
Artist?
Absolutely. Yep. Because the thing is, like, I took these roles because they feed my artistry. I grew up, I used to love drawing, and I'm really good at it, honestly. I do a lot of the designs that were on my t-shirts. But the thing is, I can never really paint the exact picture I want to paint with just artist drawings and stuff like that, with just drawing stuff. So when I learned to write music and learn patterns and like all that kind of stuff that goes into writing and metaphors and all this stuff, I was good at English and stuff anyways in class. So it's like I applied myself naturally, and I was able to paint a better picture with words than I was with a pen. And so for me it was just natural. Like, even when I drew, I always drew with a pen. Like, it's just like I was always more like, I want to do that.
That's what's up, man. So is there an artist in mind that you really want to work with?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, all the legends, all the OGs, that's kind of what I've done so far, is like, as far as picking out people that I want to tour with, is these are all people I look up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up listening to, Crooked Eye. I'm familiar with C.O.B. before he ever signed with Shady. I love Slaughterhouse. Haystack, I've been listening to him for a long time, so I feel blessed to even have him on the same team. Even like when I was on LSP with Liquid Assassin, like I've always looked up to him and a lot of artists there, and he was working with Strange and Tech Nine. So like the artists that I've worked with so far, I like working with them because I like their music and I can go out there and have fun and like we can build this and have good energy about it. But if I had to pick somebody, obviously people that I haven't worked with yet, like Tech Nine. Of course, I want to work with Eminem. I would love to work with like Ice Cube someday. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be badass. I mean, Yellow Wolf, Ritz. I could just keep going on, because I don't care if it's mainstream, underground. Like I like Cardi B, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I really want to work with Cardi B, not just because like she's banging, but like her music, her style. She did exactly what I said. Is she took this wave of music that's going on, and then she just did her own thing and kind of created that new trend, stuff like that. So tons of artists I'd love to work with, but those are just a few of them.
What's speaking of new trends and stuff, what do you think about Old Town Road?
I personally love it. I think that it's a great song, but I think it's almost like an industry shot, almost at country rap too. Like the industry is about to mainstream.
This is kind of old news, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. Eminem, Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Who won that? Who do you think had the best?
Eminem.
Eminem?
Yeah. Machine Gun Kelly did come hard, and he created a good song. I'll give you guys that. But like when you're going against a guy like Eminem, who ain't got nothing better to do than eat rappers. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that's what he does. Like he's gonna do it, and he did it. And I feel like everything, because when I listened to MGK, I was like, wow, Eminem. Ugh. Ouch. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. Like I think Machine Gun did.
I think he did a better job when it came to putting a song that people like to listen to more. But when it came to straight dissing, Eminem, it wasn't.
He's the king on that shit. Like that's the thing is like, I knew that's what he was gonna do. Yeah. And he got to the point where he's like, I'm not gonna diss him back. And right the day after he said that, boom, that's exactly how he dropped it. And I was like, I knew it. I knew he was gonna diss him back. Like you're Eminem, dog. You
and can't he was dropping subliminal videos.
Yeah.
Like it's coming.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you've seen the Pac-Man thing.
I did.
Video he dropped. Yeah. He's brilliant.
Yeah. And I mean even the thing like with the. It's been a while, but like there's a movie called Kill Shot, am I right? And the dude kills a dude with MGK's name. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Like he literally assassinates that fool, and like just like Eminem doesn't even have to diss you in a song. Like his concept kills you.
Yeah.
His concept just killed you, and then you listen to the song, and you're like, damn, cool. And then MGK was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go be an actor. Which is good because like I always want to see people win and succeed, and like MGK got slaughtered, but he, it's going to be hard to keep a music career, but there's no reason that you can't go get your money and do something you're good at. So
that's what's up, man.
Respect. Either way, both y'all are dope.
Speaking of acting, would you ever consider?
Absolutely. I love, I do a lot of videos, music videos. I put them out online and stuff, and that's one of my favorite things to do is just like, it's another form of expression, making a song is one thing, but attaching a video to it, it makes it another thing. It's not even the same thing. So it's just like an extra way to bring life to a project, and it's all art to me. So
it's good. Now, as we wrap things up, is there any tips you can give young artists or entrepreneurs that are wanting to get into the industry, whether it's to be the artist or to be the booking agent, to run a label? Absolutely.
The main thing, I change my advice every interview because I got different shit for different people. But like in this game, ain't always everybody gonna do it for you. Right, so you don't want to expect people to do things for you. Sometimes you have to go do it yourself, and if you're gonna do it yourself, do it right. If you're gonna find somebody to do it, find the right person. Don't ever put your career and your music or somebody else's career in the wrong hands, because then you're part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? If you want to succeed, you got to win with people who succeed, and that's one of my things. I never feed with the bottom feeders that are sitting there just in the game so they can get more drugs and hoes and have a fucking party and have, maybe fuck a new girl for one night. I'm like, no, man, like, at the end of the day, it's about the art, you know what I'm saying? I love everything, so let's make good music and let everything come to you, and if you ain't in it for the right reasons, you won't get it where you need to go anyways. So with everybody being a rapper now, I really think that people need to focus on standing out and doing it right.
That's awesome, man. Well, Statik G, bro, I appreciate you sitting down with me, man.
Of course, man.
It's love, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing you rock the stage here in a minute. Let them know who you're chopping it up with, bro.
Yeah, it's your boy Statik G, Rhyme Sick, and we out here with my people at Kendall Talks TV, and we're very blessed to be here, very happy and grateful, and keep rocking. These guys are killing it out here.